Good morning, children. So today we are here to begin with a new chapter, fractions and decimals. So fractions and decimals we have already studied in your lower classes, isn't it? So today we'll start up with the same topics and let's revise it once. Okay. So firstly you must know what are fractions. Yes, children, what are fractions? So fraction is nothing but it represents a part of a whole. Yes, fraction is nothing but it represents a part of a whole. Now for example, here is a circle. Yes, this is a one circle. Now this circle, if I divide it into two parts, each part is a fraction of a whole circle. Yes, each part is now 1 by 2. Two parts I have made of one circle. So each part is 1 by 2. So each is a fraction. Isn't it? Now the same circle, if I divide it into 4 parts. Yes, if I divide it into 4 parts. Yes, now the whole circle is divided into 4 parts. So each part here also is called as a fraction. Yes, 4 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of 4 parts, each is 1 part. This is 1 part out of 4. So we write it as 1 upon 4. Each part is 1 upon 4. Yes, these all things we have studied. Yes, if we take shade, if we shade 3 parts of this circle, out of the 4, if I shade 3 parts, then what fraction of the circle is shaded? If I ask a question like this, what will be the answer, children? Yes, out of the 4 parts, 3 parts are shaded. So the shaded part of the circle is nothing but 3 upon 4. Yes, 3 parts out of the 4 parts, 3 parts are shaded. So it is represented in the fraction form as 3 upon 4. Understood, children? So this is the meaning of a fraction. Yes, example you can see 1 by 2, 3 by 8, 7 by 4, 1 integer 3 by 4. So you have different kinds of fractions. Yes. Now in the fraction, the above number is called as numerator and the below number what is written is called as denominator. Yes, children, this is called as numerator. And below the line what number is written is called as denominator. You know all these things, okay? So now you can see different kinds of fractions we have. We have also studied it. So the different types of fractions, there are 3 different kinds of fractions. That is proper fraction, improper fraction and mixed fraction. Okay, children? So what is the meaning of proper fraction? Yes, now proper fraction means when the numerator is less than the denominator. When numerator is less than the denominator, it is called as proper fraction. Example 1 by 2, 7 by 10, 3 by 5. Yes, you can see everywhere the numerator is less than the denominator. Okay, see 1 it is less than the denominator, 7 it is less than the denominator, 3 that is also less than the denominator. Okay. Yes, now next is improper fraction. So what do you mean by improper fraction? When the numerator is greater than the denominator. When numerator is greater than the denominator, it is called as improper fraction. Now for example 7 by 4. You can see here 7 is greater than 4. 9 by 5. 9 is greater than 5. 11 by 6. 11 is greater than 6. So when numerator is greater than the denominator, it is called as improper fraction. Yes, then the next kind is mixed fraction. So the improper fraction, they can be converted into mixed fraction. You have learned how to convert the improper fraction into mixed fraction. I will tell you once again. But first let us see what do you mean by mixed fraction. Mixed fraction means when a whole number and a proper fraction, when a whole number and a proper fraction are written together, it forms a mixed fraction. Yes, for example, 1 integer 1 by 2. You have to read it in this form, children. 1 integer 1 by 2. So here 1 is a whole number and 1 by 2 is a proper fraction. Next example, 1 integer 3 by 4. So here again 1 is a whole number, 3 by 4 is a proper fraction. 6 integer 7 by 9. 6 is a whole number and 7 by 9 is a proper fraction. So when a whole number and a proper fraction are written together, it forms a mixed fraction. Okay. So these are the types of fraction. So now let's continue with the further topics. Firstly, I will show you how to convert once again an improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Yes, how to convert improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Okay, take any example of improper fraction. Now for example, you can take 9 by 5. Okay, 9 by 5 is an example of improper fraction. When the numerator is greater than the denominator, it forms an improper fraction. Now how to convert this improper fraction into a mixed fraction? For that you have to divide the numerator by the denominator. Okay, so 9 is the numerator, whatever is the numerator divided by the denominator 5. Okay, so when you divide 5 ones are 5, 4 remains. Okay, so now here the quotient in the division becomes the whole number. Okay, so whatever quotient you get, that is the whole number in the mixed fraction. Now whatever is the remainder is 4. So 4 becomes the numerator and the divisor becomes the denominator. Okay children, so the mixed fraction form of 9 by 5 is one integer 4 by 5. This is the way you convert an improper fraction into a mixed fraction. The numerator must be divided by the denominator. Okay, then the quotient becomes the whole number, the remainder becomes the numerator and the divisor becomes the denominator. Okay children, this is to convert improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Now next we will study equivalent fraction. Okay, even this we have studied. Once again I will revise how to write equivalent fractions. Yes, take any example, take any fraction, how to write its equivalent fraction. Now for example 3 by 5. Okay, 3 by 5 is a fraction. You have to write, they may tell write 2 equivalent fraction, write 5 equivalent fraction. Then how are you going to write? Yes, whenever you have to write equivalent fraction, multiply the numerator and the denominator by a same number to get its equivalent fraction. Now for example 3 by 5. 3 by 5 I will multiply with 2. Okay, 3 by 2. Whenever you are multiplied by 2, you have to multiply both to the numerator and the denominator. So I will get 3 2s are 6, 5 2s are 10. So 6 by 10 is an equivalent fraction of 3 by 5. If you want to get right one more equivalent fraction, 3 by 5 multiply to some other number, to both numerator as well as denominator. Okay, so I will multiply with 3 to get the next equivalent fraction. So 3 3s are 9 and 5 3s are 15. So 9 by 15 is an equivalent fraction of 3 by 5. If you write like this, you can go on writing the equivalent fraction by multiplying it with different whole numbers. Now if I multiply by 4 by 4, you cannot change the numbers here. The numbers must be same. So if I multiply now, 3 4s are 12, 5 4s are 20. So 12 by 20 is also an equivalent fraction of 3 by 5. So all these three are the equivalent fractions of 3 by 5. Okay, like this you can write n number of equivalent fraction to a given fraction. Okay children, now next let's see how to compare fractions, comparison of fractions. Comparison of fractions. Yes, comparison of fractions is useful to write the fractions in ascending and descending order. Even in the statement sums, which is greater fraction, which part is greater. Yes, to find out these things, you should know to compare the fractions. How to compare the fractions? Which one is greater? Which one is smaller? Yes, so will see now. Now for example, take two fractions. Okay. Now for example, 3 by 5 and 2 by 5. Okay, these are the two fractions. 3 by 5, 2 by 5. Now which one is greater among this? Okay. Now an apple, you take example of two apples. An apple, this apple is cut into 5 parts. The other apple is also cut into 5 parts. One has 3 parts. The other one has 2 parts. So which is greater? Obviously the student having 3 parts is greater. So this we can find it easily because here the denominators are same. Yes, denominator you can see both the sides are same, 5 and 5. So when denominators are same, you have to see the numerator. Greater numerator is 3. 3 is greater than 2. So therefore we can write directly 3 by 5 is greater than 2 by 5. Okay, when denominators are same, see the numerator. Whichever numerator is greater, that fraction will be greater. Okay, now if denominators are different, that time how to find out which one is greater and smaller? Okay, so for that let's take one more example. 2 by 7 and 4 by 5. Okay, these are the two fractions, 2 by 7 and 4 by 5. Now how to find out which one is greater? Denominators are different, one is 7, one is 5. Denominators are different. Okay, so that time what we have to do is make the denominators same. Okay, how to make the denominators same? Take the LCM of the denominators. Okay, so take the LCM of 7 and 5. Okay, we know how to take the LCM, 7, 5. LCM. So it is 5, 7, 5, and 7 will not come in 5 tables. So write it 7 as it is, 5 ones are 5, then 7, 7 ones are 7. Okay, so it is 5 into 7, that is 35. So LCM of 7 and 5 is 35. Okay, so now the denominator you have to convert so that you get 35 both the sides. Okay, so first take 2 by 7. Okay, 2 by 7. Now you have to multiply this 2 by 7 in such a way that denominator you get equal to the LCM, that is 35. So for that 7, we know 7 5s is 35. Okay, so multiply by 5. Now when you are multiplying to the denominator, the same number should be multiplied to the numerator. You must not change that. Okay, so it is again 5 here also. So I will get 2 5s are 10 and 7 5s are 35. Okay, now take the other one also. 4 by 5. 4 by 5 also I have to multiply in such a way that I get the denominator as 35. So in 5 table, where do you get 35? 5 7s is 35. So multiply both the numerator and denominator by 7 by 7. Okay. So now if I multiply 4 7s are 28. 5 7s are 35. Yes. Now you can see the denominators became same. Okay. So when denominators are same, we can compare the numerators. So which numerator is greater, children? 28. 28 is greater than 10. So therefore which fraction is greater? 28 represents the fraction 4 by 5. So 4 by 5 is greater than the fraction 2 by 7. Okay. This is the way you find out which fraction is greater or which fraction is smaller. Okay. So we will take one more example, that is how to write the descending form of fractions. Okay. For example now 2 by 9, 2 by 3 and 8 by 21. Okay, you have to write these fractions in descending order. You have to write the descending order of these fractions. So descending order means, you know children, big to small you have to write. Okay. So now to find out which one is bigger in this, we have to make the denominators equal. To make the denominators equal, what we have to do? We have to take the LCM of the denominators. Okay. So take LCM of 9, 3, 21. Okay. 9, 3 and 21 are the denominators. So how many other fractions are there? Take the LCM of all those denominators. Okay. So 9, 3, 21. 8, 7. Okay, so the LCM is multiply these numbers of factors. 3 into 3 into 7. That is 3 3 is a 9, 9 7 is a 63. So 63 is the LCM children. Now write all these fractions so that you get the denominator as 63. So 2 by 9. What if I multiply to 9 I get 63? 9 7s are. So multiply by 7 by 7. 2 7s are 14. 9 7s are 63. Next 2 by 3. 2 by 3. Now to 3 what if I multiply I will get 63? If you cannot don't know the table you can divide 63 by 3 and you will get 21. So this means that I have to multiply by 21 to get 63. So 3 21 is 63 and 2 into 21 is 42. Okay, now take the next fraction. All the fractions you have to make the denominator same. Now to 21 what if I multiply I will get 63? I will multiply by 3 to get 63. So both the numerator and denominator multiply by 3. 8 3s are 24 and 21 3s are 63. Okay children. Now all the denominators have become equal, same. Compare the numerators now. Okay, comparing the numerators, which one is greatest? Descending order we have to write. So greatest is 42 here. Okay, 42 is greater than 24 is greater than 14. Okay, greater than sign symbols you have to write. Okay, so now 42 represents which fraction? So at the end you have to write the fraction. 2 by 3. 2 by 3 represents 42. The greatest one. 2 by 3 is greater than. Next 2 by. Next is 24 was greater. Okay, so you can write 8 by 21 is greater than. Next 14 was the smallest. So that represents 2 by 9. Okay, so here also you can write 42 by 63 was greater than 24 by 63 was greater than 14 by 63. So therefore 42 by 63 is represented by the fraction 2 by 3. So write 2 by 3 greater than 8 by 21. That is 24 by 63 represents 8 by 21. So next one will come 8 by 21. 14 by 63 represents 2 by 9. So write 2 by 9. Okay, so this is the way you write in ascending order or descending order. Okay, now next, coming to the next topic is addition and subtraction of fractions. Yes, how to add and subtract the fractions. So you will also be getting the statement problems and the sums to solve. In that you must know how to add and subtract the fractions. Addition and subtraction. Subtraction of fractions. How to add and subtract the fractions. Okay, so let's take a simple example first. For example, now 2 by 5 plus 3 by 5. Yes, these are the two fractions. You have to add this. So now you must see here the denominators are same here. Here also denominator 5, here also denominator 5. So when the denominators are same, directly you can add the numerators. Okay. So write the denominator as 5 because they are same and directly add the numerators. Okay. So 2 plus 3 5 upon 5. Now you can simplify. 5 ones are 5 ones are. So you get 1. Understood? Let's take one more example. 9 by 7 minus 14 by 7. Okay, these are the two fractions. 9 by 7, 14 by 7. Now here also you can see the denominators are same. When denominators are same, you can directly subtract the numerators or add the numerators. So here 9 minus 14 divided by 7. Okay, so 9 minus 14 will give you minus 5 divided by 7. So the difference between 9 by 7 and 14 by 7 is minus 5 by 7. Okay, because 14 is a greater integer with minus sign, so you have to write minus 5 by 7. Okay children, this is the way you add and subtract